What's up, guys? Guess what? That's right, we're back. In this highly anticipated season 2 of Let's Be Frank, the men's mental health podcast, Jack and Ryan delve into the significant transformations occurring in their personal lives. Sharing their journeys of growth and self-discovery, they also proudly highlight the recent achievement of being nominated for the BBC Nottingham's Make a Difference Award, a testament to their dedication and impact in the mental health community. With the first guest episode just around the corner, the hosts provide a glimpse into what lies ahead for the show, promising an exciting future filled with thought-provoking conversations, engaging guests, and an unwavering commitment to promoting men's mental well-being. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled for the latest episode every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, guess who's back? Back again. That's right. Season 2 is here of Let's Be Frank, the Men's Mental Health podcast, with myself, Jack Coward, and Mr. Ryan Smith. Ryan, where the fuck have we been?
Mate, I'm dusted off my mic today. Remove the cobwebs, but we're back. Wow. How long?
Feels so good.
It feels ages, mate.
Do you know what's weird, mate? It feels like we've not recorded. Like we recorded 6 months straight, every week, released every Wednesday. We've not recorded in 3-4 weeks. It feels like 6 months we've not been doing this.
What the hell? Where have we been all our lives? What's happened?
I don't know, mate.
What's happened?
I don't know. Everything's happened, mate. We've barely spoke, mate. It's weird.
Who are
We're
you?
normally speaking
Who are you?
4, 5, 10, 12 times a day.
Who are you?
We speak once every 3 days.
Huh?
It's all changed, mate.
Do you know what? Rachel said to
You've
me
just
the
got
other day.
grayer. That's what's happened.
Mate, don't.
Grayer.
I've gone shorter as well. I've gone shorter because I'm wearing grayer. What the hell you got there? What the hell is that? Is that a wig? Is that a toupee?
It's like a full-blown wig, and people can't see it because we don't record video.
No,
so
this is why we don't record. It's why we don't record live. But yeah, no. Wow. What's happened? Where have we been?
We've had a little break, mate, but it's been good.
Yeah.
So for everyone, if this is like the first episode that you're listening to,
welcome.
Welcome to the show. Thanks for listening. But yeah, we done 6 months, as I said, back to back, like constantly every week, and we decided, you know what, we've got a few things coming up, and we just need to have a little break.
Things coming up.
A few things. We need to heed our own advice sometimes. So that's what we've done. We it was meant to be 2 weeks. I think we've got into 4 weeks pretty much. But do you know what, mate? It was needed. But at the same time, I have missed this.
What, missed this or missed me?
Both, and I'm excited to go again for another 6 months.
I haven't missed you.
No, standard.
It's fine. I have. Do you know what? It's bad when you know. Obviously, people know by now I record under the stairs, and I mean, the Harry Potter of the podcast world and stuff. Don't have my bed under the stairs, but I've got my podcast studio under the stairs. My wife, I can see my wife lying on the sofa right now. Right, and she did ask me the other day, "Have you spoken to Jack recently?" I was like, "No." She went, "Why not?" I was just like, "Just too busy." So, yeah. Has Jas asked you the same, or?
Yes, she has, mate. She was like, "Is everything okay?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "Well, you ain't spoke to Ryan for a while." I was like, "Well, we're both having a bit of a break, and we're being both busy and that." And she was like, "Yeah, but are you okay?" I was like, "Listen, we're absolutely fine." I was like, we've just got our own things going on at the moment. We're having a tiny break. We're still talking. You know what I mean? She was like, "Yeah, but
Are you
he
okay?
hasn't rang you in a while. He hasn't interrupted TV." And I went, "Well, we're just having a little break. It's all good."
Absence is great. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yes, it does. It does indeed.
I can't say it's work though.
Well, either way, mate, we're fucking back.
We are back.
Season 2, mate. Let's fucking go, shall we?
Oh, we've got falling down.
Fucking white balls falling down, mate. What's going on here?
Don't know.
It's mate, yeah, no, Joe, what? It's really good to be back. It's good to now hit the ground running, get the conversation flowing, mental health is important. I hurt your hand,
And
mate. It's. I wish we were recording that. That would have been brilliant. But we've got, mate. We've got a lot. We've got a lot coming up. So before we go into what we've got coming up, I think we need to start where we was. What has happened? What has been
well,
going on?
wow,
Well, for you, mate, there's been a
wow,
lot.
wow, wow. We've got a new addition,
New dog,
new Porsche,
new Porsche.
yeah, and a Lamborghini.
Oh,
Yeah,
TV's paid off.
tell you, mate, tell you. No, yeah, 3rd of May, life just changed, and my early mornings haven't been the same since.
It's all good news, mate. And do you know
not,
what?
I'm
From
not gonna.
myself,
Yeah,
from Yaz, from all the listeners, mate. Congratulations, bro.
thank you very much, brother. Yeah, so not going to mention his name, not going to put that out there because that's his privacy. But yeah, baby boy, 3rd of May. So yeah, early mornings and that explains the
Daddy,
greyness.
daddy, cool.
Daddy, daddy, cool. No, let's not sing, mate. Let's not sing.
My editing skills are not that good for us to start singing.
No, let's not. Let's not. No, honestly, life changed pretty much overnight, and yeah, it's been a whirlwind. And
How has it been? New dad, fresh dad, first time.
mate,
How has
when
it been?
when you talk about unconditional love, mate, changes everything.
Does, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That moment, bringing a tear to my eye now. That moment you look and it's just like, wow, mate.
The thing I look at that though with kids and that is like, you'll look at your partner and you'll be like, "Do you know what? I love you. Like, I genuinely have emotion.
I won't go that far.
I fucking love
I won't,
you."
I won't go that far.
But then when you look at your child, that there's a different love, and you can't touch that. You physically cannot touch that until they're older and they're fucking assholes, and then it does change. Trust me. However, at this stage in life, it does not, and that unconditional love is you can't describe it unless you've in that
Been
moment.
through it, and it's any woman out there that's gone through that. I'd set my hat off, mate.
Hey, what was the weight? What was the weight?
£9.7. So about
Fucking
4.3 kilo.
mate, it was a fucking proper kettlebell, that bastard.
So he had the nickname Hank the Tank.
He is
Still got it.
fucking Hank the Tank.
Yeah, ploughing through bottles like you wouldn't believe. I think he's on 3rd of May. So what day are we on? I don't even know what I'm on the 14th now. He's up to 4 ounces. Work that out. Work
Oh,
that
you're
out.
his dad, mate. That's why.
Tank, mate, a tank. Yeah, but no, it's just been a whirlwind. I need to stop fidgeting because you're gonna shout
No.
at me. I'm
Mate,
fidgeting.
I'll tell you what, mate. Give it 2 months, mate. We'll put him in scrum half.
Mate, no, he's gonna line back ice hockey.
Isn't
Yeah. Yeah, so no, it's been massive, mate. So thanks for the congratulations. I know you've kind of been there, supported in the background and stuff, and it's been appreciated. And thanks for kind of taking a step back as well and not demanding too much of my attention. It really has been
It's
appreciated.
fucking hard, mate.
I know,
It
I
was
know,
hard.
I know, but it has been appreciated. And honestly, we've got a few things lined up. We mentioned early doors that we were going to run an episode alongside the Let's Be Frank podcast, and we're going to do sort of the dad hour. That's given me more drive to get that focus. So it's going to be like a circle of dads. We're looking at like new dads and new dads. I think I might do up until 2 years, and then sort of dads that are expecting, just to get sort of stories and share things. But I'm also going to look at launching that Facebook group as well for the sort of the dads side of things. So it's going to run alongside what we already do with the men's mental health community and stuff. So it's just going to be a tool for men to kind of come together and share and love, man. Because I think the more I look into it now, the more I'm more aware of it. So it's a project that I'm going to be taking on. So watch this space and let's get that up and running. So enough about me waffling. What about yourself? What have you been up to?
I've been. Do you know what? I've been kind of laxy daisy, but busy. Like, so my normal day to day job has been fucking busy, mate. Really, really busy. I don't know if I share. I don't know if I shared the news. To be fair, so the the job, my old job I was at, I was doing really well and really enjoyed it. Got offered another job with a bigger pay rise. Nothing come from my old job. Decided to leave. Done 6 months at that new job. Let's say wasn't for me. It just wasn't. Company was great, but it wasn't me as a person. Thankfully, the old boss has been like, "Listen, we're really busy. Can you come back?" And he's offered me what I needed to sustain what I do. So it's really good going back to the guys. But again, it was really busy then. It's even busier now. So for me, I've been very, very busy at work, which has took my attention away from, let's be frank, a little bit. But now I'm kind of ready to rock and roll and go again. On the flip side of that, Yaz has been very busy. She's been accepted into uni, so that will get kicks off in September. So
Well done,
congratulations
Yas.
to yeah, she's got a lot of work to do. She's going for ODP, so that for anyone that doesn't know ODP, because I certainly didn't, that's basically working in the theatres, passing surgical tools to the surgeons
Yeah,
and
not the
whatnot.
not the theatres where they come down with popcorn and hot dogs
Yeah,
and
precisely.
not that kind of theatre.
No,
Surgical theatre.
not not the nice theatres. So yeah, so she'll start that in September, which is big for her. It's something she's really wanted to do, and I've been able to go. Do you know what? I've done everything in my career. I've done the army. I've done the bits and bobs I wanted to do. So let's focus on you now. And I'm in a stable job and everything. But on the flip side as well, mate, fucking moving. I am
Yeah.
moving.
Well, before I get there, you had a bit of a thing happen to you, didn't you? Was it not a couple of weeks back? Somebody told them not knock on your door, didn't they?
Oh, mate, yeah. Do you know what? It's weird. How did I forget that? Yeah, mate. I had someone decided to knock on my door with a set of bolt cutters, let's say, break my lock and break in my house. Yeah, I wasn't very.
Didn't take anything though, did they?
Thankfully, no. So, do you know what? It was really weird. So, for those that have listened before, they know I've got a dog, Max. So Max has sometimes shared his voice on the podcast every now and then. And again, he's sat in the corner asleep. He always does. He always sits in the same place when I record. It's quite nice. Um, but yeah, not long back now. It would have been probably 2-3 weeks ago. Woke up early hours of the morning to Max barking. Now, this wasn't a normal Max bark. This was a very deep 1 to 2 barks. The military man inside me went, something's not right here. Something seems out of place. The civilian in me went, fuck it, let's go back to bed. So I did, right? So I did. And again, he barked and I kind of opened my eyes. And then next door's dog was barking. And I was like, oh, maybe there's like a fox in the garden. Maybe someone's walked into the garden. Didn't think anything of it. Um, Woke up in the morning, 7 o'clock. Kids go downstairs. Front door's open. Daddy, the front door's open. I was like, fucking hell. Went downstairs, and it was that the front door was open. The lock had been snapped, and thankfully nothing had been taken apart from the keys that were in the door. These keys, however, the night before, I took Max for a walk. His ears are popped up now. I took Max for a walk and took my car key off them keys to get a coat out of my car, and thankfully never put them back on again. So obviously they'd come round looking to steal a car. That was their intention. But nothing was taken. Max done his job, protected the family. Thankfully, Max also didn't do a run out the front door. He actually stayed in the house the whole time. So when this has happened, I don't know. Do I feel bad that I didn't go down and investigate? Yes, I do. As a man, as a dad, so I mean, I should have actually gone down and checked. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because if I had gone downstairs and someone had been at the door or someone was outside the house, then that would have been a confrontation that would not have been needed, because it would have led to somebody getting hurt, and a lot more involvement of the police than what have needed. So on that side of it, I'm kind of glad I didn't. My partner's glad I didn't. Even my mum was like, "Do you know what? I'm kind of glad you didn't go downstairs and someone was there." Because that military training would have kicked in, and it would have been hell for leather. because you would do. You protect your property,
Yeah.
you protect your family. But again, a lot could get changed. You know, a car could be replaced. We're all good. We're all safe. Um, but for us, that was kind of the final straw.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have decided to move. We've been accepted on a nice little bungalow by a very nice lady and her husband, who we've met a few times now. So yeah, we're gonna, hopefully get the keys in a week or so, and then over the next 4 weeks, just slowly start moving everything over. How that will affect the podcast, I'm not quite sure. The internet is not fantastic there, but we will still do what we do best, and that is produce as best an episode as we possibly can to start a conversation on mental health. So with regards to mental health, actually, I'm in a really fucking good place, mate, and I think you're in a very good place, apart from being tired.
Apart from being tired,
Apart from being tired,
I'm
which
glad
is
to be back. I'm
accepted
glad to
and
be back. Yeah, it's
welcomed.
massive. So I don't want to say I kind of lost my flow or anything, but it's nice to be back recording. I said to Rach this afternoon, I says I got an episode to record tonight. Come to look in where I'm recording, and in there's my old massage couch, my ice hockey bag, and everything else. Because obviously, when little one was coming, it was just kind of we need the space, everything in that room there. So I've took it all out today, and he's now back in the lounge. So it's just like, oh, what do I do? So yeah, I've got another couple of weeks off work, so hopefully I can get some stuff done. I've got a couple of units to build in the kitchen, so hopefully that'll create a bit more storage and things. So there's a lot going on, and a lot more manageable. We're getting there. So, but it's just new to and adjusting. So
It feels very
yeah,
strange to it feels very strange and unfamiliar to record again, which is quite odd because we kind of got in such. I think because we got in such a flow of it, and having that break has done us has done us mentally really well. Uh, but again, it does take that kind of the game off you. But at the same time, it's allowed us now to build out season two of Let's Be
mate,
Frank.
we've got some epic. So just want to say I've touched base with Tusi. He will be coming on in season two. So yeah, we've been banging on about bringing this professional ice hockey player on, and he's been golden. He knows that I've been, my situation and stuff. He knows all that, and he is, he's on the mend from his injuries and stuff. Whether he's playing again, that's it. That's for him to share if he wants to, or if he's retiring, which I don't know. But he's got a lot going on. But yeah, he's stoked to be coming on the episode. So hopefully in a couple of weeks. Early doors guests, we've got an amazing guest coming on with Wendy Hodgkinson, who is a suicide prevention facilitator. She works a lot in Derbyshire and Derby. Really excited to get that one on, and we've got some other amazing guests lined up. So this season is we've actually gone from being, we've had an upgrade. I think we can safe to say we've had an upgrade on with the guests that we've coming on. With better sound equipment. Hopefully, hopefully that comes
I've got a
across.
new mic.
Yeah, hopefully that comes across.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
But obviously it will. Jack is moving into a new house where the internet bandwidth has dropped. Mine's increased because we've just upgraded the internet, so it's like swings and roundabouts. But no, it's gonna be good. Whether we go 6 months straight again, we'll see. But we've got
We've got a
something.
lot. We've got a
We've
lot.
got something happening.
We have got something happening, and we've got a lot coming. As you've mentioned, like guests and that, we've got another one in James Lindsay, who has had his own battles, written his own book. We've got him coming on in a couple of weeks. We've got a sleep therapist coming on. And yeah, we've had a lot of people. To be fair, during this time we've had off, it's allowed us to reach out to more people in the sense of like we had so many emails come in from people saying like, can we come onto the podcast? Can we speak about this and that? And it's allowed us to sit down and go, do you know what? Let's actually get people booked in now properly. So we have, and anyone listening, whether you're a professional, whether you're lived experience, whether you're suffering, whether anyone wants to come and speak and share your story, just come and get in touch with us. Everyone is welcome onto the podcast. what we'll do is I'll put the email address in the description of this episode. Just contact us via there, and we'll get the ball rolling, and we will get you on. But yeah, I want to
What's happening on the first of June? What's
first of
happening?
June. Well, not only will I probably be getting the keys to the new property, hopefully maybe a few days before now, because we are very busy.
What do you know? Do you know what you look like then, with your eyes closed? Sorry to
I don't
interrupt, but do you know
know.
what you look
Don't
like?
matter.
So I call it milk coma. I call it the milk coma. When baby's had his fill of milk and his face is like,
Ooh.
and it's just it's like me when I've had a food and I've got that food coma face. I'm like, that's better. I
Yummy.
call it the milk coma face now. So that's what it reminded me of, was the milk coma face.
But no, 1st of June, mate. We are in Nottingham. We are in Nottingham 1st of June.
In where?
Nottingham. Or you call it
Nottingham.
Nottingham. Nottingham. It's
Nottingham.
fucking Nottingham, right?
Nottingham.
Right. We are there and we are recording. What are we recording? We are recording.
Mount Street Studio. We're at Mount Street Studios, aren't we? So we are going to be recording our pilot episode.
We are recording a pilot episode.
Oh,
Mount Street
so
Studios. To be fair, I need to give we need to give a shout out to Mount Street Studios. They've been phenomenal in facilitating this for us, and allowing us to use their space. I know they're very busy with other people using the space. I know they now have Lad Baby. I've obviously brought their podcast out. I know they use that space quite regular, and a few, a lot of other people. So they facilitated us for that day, which is very welcoming, to record the pilot episode for TV producers, basically.
yeah, Mike Markham. So from Old Farm Bus is going to be recording the video side of things. So shout out to not only the Old Farm Bus but Mike, Mikey. I know he's got a lot of work going on at the moment, so for him to take the time out. And do you know what? Not only that, we've got the BBC there. So the British Broadcasting Corporate, is it the British
I've
Broadcasting
I
Corporation?
have
I don't know.
no
But the
fucking idea.
BBC Nottingham are going to be there, and they're going to be interviewing me and Jack. They're going to be recording behind the scenes of us recording the pilot, and they're going to be wanting to do some photos and promotional materials for me and Jack, and it's just like, I'm really honoured, because I can't remember, we did mention it, didn't we? But we've been nominated for Make a Difference community work for BBC Nottingham, which I
BBC
think
Radio Nottingham.
is,
We've been
yeah, which is
someone's put in for us,
fantastic.
which is, yeah, as you say, is fantastic.
We still don't know
No,
either.
there's a lot more details to come out for that, which we know we're obviously waiting on as such. But the first is going to be such a busy day. Well, obviously, we've got the interviews with them. They're going to be filming us while we be filmed for the TV pilot, and then we've got photos and chats with them afterwards for videos, and it's going to be a long day. But do you know what, mate? It's going to be one of them days that not makes or breaks us, but it's a big fucking day, mate. It's a big fucking day. Do you know what I mean? We've had so many people reach out before saying we want to hear this on a bigger platform, whether it be on radio, whether it be on TV. People saying they want to see it on TV. So we have pushed that. We have pushed that as much as we can. And the feedback we have got back from that, from particular producers, from particular, channels and broadcasters, is that they want to see a TV pilot. So we have had to go and self fund, which is absolutely fine. Um, and we are now going to record that TV pilot on the first, and we will send it out to them, and we shall see what comes back. If something comes back from it, fantastic. If something doesn't, it does not matter. It's not the be all or end all. But we are trying to push as much as we can, more so for men's mental health than anything. This is not a. We didn't come into this podcast thinking, do you know what, we'll make a TV show out of this, or we'll try and push a TV show out of this. This is something that has come from outside, which is even nicer. So we're just following the guidance of individuals and listeners. That is what we're doing.
So yeah, so we, on the back of a lot of like Have Your Say episodes, isn't it? We kind of, people like can leave us reviews and things like that, and they kind of talk to us about how well, they kind of leave it that they want to hear it on a bigger platform. But it was a young, well, I'll say young, he's 31. He's probably the same age as you, isn't he? Or similar.
30
Um,
me.
Reese Wynn Jones, really talented performer. The lad has autism. That not that that's any barriers or anything, nor should it. But he's a really talented performer who advocates his autism and things like that. And he approached myself. It was somebody that I've known for since about 2015. He says, "Listen to your podcast. I see potential in it. I've worked in TV. I've done this and I've done that. Would you mind me pitching it for you?" And we were like, "Do you know what? We're not thinking anything of this. Do what you want. Let us know what you got before you send it, your pitch and stuff, just so we can, yep, or no, try this instead. Just so it presented us in our best light possible. Not that we've got good side and bad side and all that, but it come back and this is what's come of it. So Jonesy, because I know him as Jonesy, and now Jack knows him as Jonesy. Just want to say thanks for getting that pushed out there for us, and all the people that have asked for it to be pushed. I just want to say thanks. Not that people can see me pointing at my screen and and giving them the thumbs up and stuff.
It is
But
a massive thank you
yeah,
for people believing in what it is we do and trusting us with regards to mental health. Do you know what I mean? We're
mm,
not. i- If it comes to the time where we need to be the arrowhead for men's mental health, then we will step up to that plate and we shall do it the best intentions that we have. Um, a lot of people are trusting in us with their mental health through have your say with the questions they ask and the people that come on and the stories they give. They have that found confidence within myself and you to do it justice. And I feel we've done that. The statistics show that, the reviews show that, the people that are reaching out to us and talking to us on the streets are all saying the same. Um, so yeah, mate, we just have to see what kind of first and foremost, we have to enjoy the day. That's the main thing. It's going to be different. We're very much used to podcasts. TV work is completely different, and it's something out of both our kind of comfort zones. In that we don't have the experience. However, we just do what we do best, and we have the conversation. It's as simple as that. And what comes from it, and what shall be, and what is not. But yeah,
well,
it's exciting.
yeah. So what I do want to say though is talking about statistics, mate. Something magical happened in the last couple of days, and so when I say the last couple of days, this is Sunday. This will go out hopefully on Wednesday. But something magical happened, and we totally didn't expect it. Not only did we have the biggest, considering we've not recorded a new episode for a few weeks, or not released one for 3 weeks, so it's going to be 4 weeks before when we released our last one. We actually had our biggest download day. 2 or 3 days ago, where so more downloads than we've ever had in a day. But we've just smashed 50,000, and we're on the way to 60,000 now. So, yeah, wow,
And it
wow.
shows that the topic is still of interest. Let's say, let's be frank, it's still of interest with people. It's still reaching new people. Listeners are working their way through the episodes, and yeah, it shows that the conversation does it does matter. It really does matter. Um,
Absolutely. So, I just want to say for anybody that's new to the show, anybody that's just found us, um, welcome to the family, man. It really is we appreciate you having you along the journey. And if, as Jack says, you want to appear on the show, or you want to drop us a message, you want to as a shout out, please reach out and share the shit out of this on Facebook, socials, and because you never know who you're going to help.
And that is the biggest
So,
thing. That is the biggest thing. The sharing that we push, that we ask, is not for us to look good in a certain light or anything like that. It is simply
I
it
fussed.
is
I'm sat here in an Ilkeston green t-shirt with grey hairs and
precisely.
big ass headphones
But
on
it's
and
the
and
reason we
whatnot.
ask you to share it is that this could reach a potential person who is struggling, and they could find the light at the end of the tunnel through this, and it has been shown that this is starting to do that for a lot of people. Hence the reason we ask for shares, etc. But yeah, mate, I'm really looking forward to the first. We have been invited to a few different events as well, which again is fantastic. We're being asked to speak at a couple of events coming up, which fingers crossed we can make it and speak. And again, it's all about just sharing that story. And as you say, as it
Highlighting
is,
men's
mate, it is
mental health, isn't
highlighting.
it?
And for those of you that are new to the show, please go back and listen to season one. But what it is we do on the show is we speak open and frank about men's mental health with no barriers. We get asked really personal questions, some funny questions, some questions that really make us think, but we always give our honest answer and opinion. We are not professionals, we are lived experience. We have both had our struggles and still do. If you haven't already listened or heard them, head back to Ryan's story and Jack's story,
Episode 3 and
have
episode
a listen to
5.
them, and it shows that what we're trying to push and what we're trying to achieve is open up dialogue and conversations with those around us that we love, protect, and those are people we don't know as well, is to open up that conversation and allow people to talk normally about mental health.
And I do want to highlight an old episode, right? Just so people know that we do have a less serious side. So I remember, I think it was way back. I think it was like week 7 or something like that. And it was an email we had from Dave. Do you remember that one? It was I can't remember how many questions it was, but it was we named the episode the meaning of life is soup and penguins, because it was just one of the most random things that we'd done at that point, and I still think it's probably the most random show that we've done, and it's one that I enjoyed, and he just asked us some really random questions. Well, I think what was it? Is soup? Um, is it a drink or is it food? Or I
It's one
can't
of them. I
remember.
asked
But
that to
and then it
my
was.
mum the other day. We had this conversation. We was like, I turned around. I was like, "So, soup? Do you eat it or do you drink it?" And we had this. So we
That
had
was
about
it. That was it.
45-minute conversation on like, you know, and my partner Yaz was like, "Well, it was a solid. It's turned into a liquid, so it's food." I'm like, "But if you put it in a cup of soup, you drink it, and if you put it in a bowl, you use a spoon and you eat it. So do we declare eating is with cutlery, or?" And it's just this massive conversation we had, and it was so funny.
Yeah,
But again, it was just a joyful moment.
yeah, and then what the kind of icing on that one was, what was it? Rodrigo and I can't remember.
The
Oh,
penguin.
but if you penguin word it was about naming a penguin. If you what would you do? And it was like, if you found a penguin on top of your fridge, what would you do? And it was like, well, is it a penguin that you can eat, one of the chocolate biscuit penguins, or is it a genuine pet, like a real penguin? So we went with a
I had
real
a penguin
penguin,
the other
and
day.
I think you
I
called it,
called it Rodrigo.
yeah,
My so
yeah. Was it
this
Spencer?
no. So this this episode come out before Christmas because my mum bought me as a Christmas present. Bought me. I've still got it now a fridge magnet of a penguin in a fridge, and she put on the card saying, "Sue Jack, Merry Christmas, love from like Rodrigo." And I was like, I couldn't like that. Nothing clicked, and I opened it and I saw the picture, and it clicked, and I was in hysterics, mate. That it was just again, it was just some simple moments of like just pure joy. It was pure joy moment.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's reminiscing. Oh man, we could absolutely reminisce about the whole of season
Mate.
1. But I don't think we've got 6 months in us to
No,
do
it's a
that.
long time.
But guys, honestly, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to welcome to season 2. Hopefully you enjoy the journey. Hopefully you'll listen to me and Jack grow some more. We've got some fantastic guests lined up. We've got some amazing stories to share, and we just want you to be here to kind of enjoy the journey with us. And yeah, let's spread some more love, peace, and
Yes,
joy,
and
man.
for those of you that have asked, and for those of you that enjoyed it, have your say. We'll be back.
Yes, we have got some. I think is it 1 or 2
We've got
episodes all
two
ready to
episodes in the
go.
pipeline ready. For those of you that have not heard it, have your say. Is what we've done is again a lot of things we do is down to what we hear on feedback. A lot of people wanted to be more involved in the podcast, so the best way we thought about that was having a feature called Have Your Say. Well, the feature is now turned into episodes. It's the ability for you guys to ask questions. So there is a simple link for people to follow. They can write in their questions. They can put their story in there. They can leave feedback. They can ask questions to either myself or to Ryan. And it took off massive, and we had to turn it into full blown episodes, and we absolutely loved them. And for me, that was probably one of them. That they were the best things I enjoyed doing was them. Um, so again, what we're going to do is bring that back. So in the description, there is a link. Follow the link, and it will take you through to that. And send your questions in. Listen back to the episodes. Some of the questions are funny. Some of the questions are very serious and very deep, and we answer them to the fullest potential that we can give as lived experience individuals. Um, and yeah, I certainly love doing them. I take great joy from, you know, getting someone to send a question.
Helps
It
us
does help
grow.
us grow as individuals as well and learn. Um, and to give that kind of different aspect looking out into somebody else's life, and to give them an answer that sometimes they can't find anywhere else, and to have people trust in us for them topics and them particular questions. And I've looked at the questions today for the next episodes coming up, and some of them are like hard hitting, and very deep and personal. And again, for them to entrust in us to answer them is, huge, like kudos and respect for that, really. And thank you for that.
Absolutely. So, guys, welcome back to the show. I know I've already said it, but we are thrilled to be here, and we're looking forward to getting our teeth stuck in. Whether it's a 6 month season, whether it's a 3 month season, we don't know yet. But obviously, we've got a lot going on. So, but be assured, the episodes will be out regularly again, and we're just looking forward to sharing the journey, man. So, guys, on that note, Jack, welcome back.
Ryan, welcome back.
I'm going to also now say, Jack, see you later.
Ryan, see you later.
And guys, thanks for listening. Going to end the show as I always end the show. Stand up, speak out, and remember, it's okay not to be okay.